talk to you now. I've got a plan. You see, I figured this thing out. There's something we can do. All we got to do is we can... What do you mean? Oh, to me.
Morticia?
Orlando, is that you?
Morticia, where you at? I can't hardly see.
Here, she's here. In front of you, I'm right here.
Damn, baby, what you do to your hair?
Orlando, you like it? It's autumn sunrise. Get out of me, you son of a bitch! Don't you ever do that to me again? Orlando?
Who was your favorite female personality growing up? We all had one that we looked up to. Maybe she was on TV, music, or even in a community. Maybe she inspired you with her strength, her talent, or simply because she was unapologetically herself. We continue to celebrate Women's History Month. Welcome back to another episode of Time Out with Kyseé. This is Don't Hate Monday edition that's going to elevate, educate, and entertain you, sending out high vibrations to you on this Monday. I am your host, and today we continue to celebrate Women's History Month. We got all of our regular segments, starting with affirmations of the day. I am worthy of all the success, happiness, and love that is coming my way. Our intention of the day: I will take intentional steps to nurture my mind, my body, and my spirit. Think about what you can do today, even if it's just a small action to nurture yourself, because you definitely deserve it. And you know, we love to neglect ourselves. So try some meditation, a bath, or a massage. Next up, we have our word of the day. Empowerment means giving someone the authority or power to do something. It's about strength, independence, and self-confidence. Let's take that energy into today. Let's talk about some current events. How are we doing with our boycott? Are we being focused? Well, if not, I do have some numbers that I want to show you that will help keep us focused. So, in Canada, the boycotts were a response to U.S. tariffs, and they lost a combined $120 million. We absolutely did what we were supposed to do, so this might give you some incentive to keep going. And here we can see where Target lost $12.4 billion in value after the boycott. Target saw visitors to their site drop from 5.2 million to 4.7 million. So we absolutely did what we were supposed to do. Great job, guys. But I will be transparent. So we're boycotting Amazon and Walmart. Now, I have not bought anything from Amazon. However, I still have Alexa. I didn't cancel my membership, but I'm not going to buy. And trust me, they'll definitely still feel that if I'm not going to buy. But Alexa is legit like my BFF and my assistant. I don't really want to fire my assistant. I can't afford to fire my assistant to the end of the month. Like, it's me and Alexa over here. It's me and Alexa. I need her. So I'm just being transparent. But I'm definitely not spending my money in Walmart, Target. I'm not ordering anything from Amazon, and that's how I am going to contribute. When the news came up of a new boycott, I got these apps that can help us have economic power. Just go in your app store and it's put in black owned. You get all these different apps showing up. Your Black Dollar, Black Directory. They even have one with black businesses that's close to your area. You put your address in and they'll tell you how many black businesses are around you. Something to help us out. In the past, I didn't fancy myself with such a thing as politics. However, this term and this administration, I absolutely need to pay attention, especially when they have things like this happen.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about energy.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about. I
think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order, Mr. Chairman.
That's beneath
would
even
you please regain order of your committee?
Order.
Please. There's a point of order. We have a point of order. Mr. Lynch, state your point.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play,
Baby girl? I don't think
we are gonna move, and we're gonna take your words down.
I second that motion.
So who will have to...
Honey, a straight telenovela. So, hard to stop watching. We have to talk about Trump and his tariffs. These tariffs are going to be a problem. We all can see that everything has gotten significantly higher. I went to the grocery store yesterday and I bought a few things and it came out to $92. Let's see what they're saying about.
Starting today, LCBO, the largest purchaser of alcohol in the world, will begin removing U.S. products from its store shelves. And as the exclusive wholesaler, American brands will no longer be available in LCBO catalog, meaning other retailers, bars, and restaurants in the province will no longer be able to restock U.S. products. This is an enormous hit to the American producers. Every year, the LCBO sells nearly $1 billion worth of U.S. wine, beer, cider, seltzers, and spirits, including more than 3,600 products from 35 states. As of today, every single one of these products is off the shelves.
The United States launched a trade war against Canada, their closest partner and ally, their closest friend. At the same time, they're talking about working positively with Russia, appeasing Vladimir Putin, a lying, murderous dictator. Make that make sense. Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite, but we will not back down from a fight. Not when our country and the well-being of everyone in it is at stake. I want to speak first directly to the American people. We don't want this. We want to work with you as a friend and ally. And we don't want to see you hurt either. But your government has chosen to do this to you. Now I want to speak directly to one specific American, Donald. In the over 8 years you and I have worked together, we've done big things. We signed a historic deal that has created record jobs and growth in both of our countries. We've done big things together on the world stage, as Canada and the US have done together for decades, for generations. And now we should be working together to ensure even greater prosperity for North Americans in a very uncertain and challenging world. Now, it's not in my habit to agree with the Wall Street Journal, but Donald, they point out that even though you're a very smart guy, this is a very dumb thing to do. We two friends fighting is exactly what our opponents around the world want to see.
More footage. Talk about his congressional speech. Now that I am woke, pun intended, I watched my first congressional speech in entirety. And I must say, watching it blew my mind. I am happy I am evolved to want to watch it in its entirety. Let's see what Jimmy Kimmel had to say about it.
This year for Lent, we are giving up democracy here in this country. Last night, Donald Trump addressed the nation. I don't know if you heard, but he's president again. And I was surprised, too. But he spoke for 99 minutes last night with no intermission. It was the longest presidential address in more than 60 years. Why is it that the orchestra can play off an Oscar winner, but not the president? Trump's speech went on so long. His speech was 10 minutes longer than The Lion King. True. And had twice as much lion in it, so...
Yes. I mean, I was watching and I'm like, you know, I'm still kind of green with all this, but I'm like, that just don't make sense. That just don't make sense. But the Democrats, they had their signs. They took me out too. And apparently they only showed up so the Republicans couldn't put other Republicans in those Democratic seats and put off fake news like the Democrats really care about what Trump had to say. Let's take a look. Hear from you. Tell me in the comments, what do you think was his biggest lie that he told tonight? But we're not finished. So when I first seen them Al Green out, I was upset. Let's take a look at that.
Small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Then I watched his hearing, and I'm absolutely convinced that he wanted to get kicked out of that meeting so he could say what he wanted to say. Let's take a look. And he was such a gentleman about it too.
Unbought, unbossed, and unafraid. And I rise today, Mr. Speaker, to call to the attention of the House, this place that I revere, and notwithstanding recent events that I have great respect for. Mr. Speaker, I rise today in response to a censure that took place as it relates to my behavior. I have been told by some that they did not have an opportunity to hear the actual resolution as it was read. I have here H-Res 189, the censure resolution as it relates to my behavior. I believe this resolution should be read. I am not in any way upset with the Speaker. I want people to know that the Speaker did what he was supposed to do. He did what he was supposed to do when we had the joint session of Congress. When I interrupted, the Speaker called it to my attention. He did it on multiple occasions. I have no reason in my heart to be upset with the Speaker. Later, persons came over and escorted me out. I appreciate them. They were very kind to me, the officers, very kind. They said kind words to me. And as a result of my behavior, I have been censured. I'm going to read the resolution and give some commentary. It reads, H-Res 189, in the House of Representatives. Mr. Newhouse submitted the following resolution, which was referred to the Committee on, and the copy that I have does not have a committee. I'm not sure it was referred to a committee. It may have come straight to the floor. But regardless as to how it arrived, it did. And I'm not contesting the procedure. The resolution reads, censuring Representative Al Green of Texas. Whereas on March 4, 2025, during the joint session of Congress, convened pursuant to House Concurrent Resolution 11, the President of the United States, speaking at the invitation of the House and the Senate, had his remarks interrupted by the representative from Texas, Mr. Green. Whereas the conduct of the representative from Texas disrupted the proceedings of the joint address and was a breach of proper conduct. And whereas, after numerous disruptions, the representative from Texas had to be removed from the chamber by the sergeant at arms. Now, therefore, be it resolved that 1, Representative Al Green be censured. 2, Representative Al Green forthwith present himself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. And 3, Representative Al Green is censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker. Some things bear repeating. That concludes the resolution. But some things bear repeating. I respect the Speaker. I have no ill feelings toward the Speaker. None toward the persons that escorted me away from the floor, because I did disrupt. And I did so because the president indicated that he had a mandate. And I wanted him to know that he didn't have a mandate to cut Medicaid. I did this because Medicaid is the only insurance many people have in this country. I am blessed. As I stand here now, there's a physician waiting. If something should happen, I will be taken to that physician. I have the best health care in the world. There are other people who have less than I. I would have them have what I have. But I surely will not stand by and see them lose what little they do have. Medicaid is for people who don't have the kind of health care that 435 members of Congress and 100 members of the Senate have. But they do have some health care. It has been approved by legislation that the Energy and Commerce Committee would cut $880 billion from their budget. The overwhelming majority of that budget has to do with health care. I see no way for this cut to take place without cutting into Medicaid. I am going to fight the cutting of Medicaid. I hope that this comment, this message that I'm giving today will deter them and cause them to go a different way. Then they can say, we were never going to do it. Al Green just had this false...
He said so many times, Mr. Speaker, I'm so sorry. I definitely messed up. I apologize to you. I'm not mad at these men for doing their job because I was out of line. However, Mr. President, he kept saying it over and over again. I was cracking up. I feel him on that. And of course, Social Security. Now, again, I'm pretty green at this, but how much How much lying do you think that somebody is going to be able, like, why do you think you can tell these big lies? I'm trying to figure out, he's saying this. Let's take a look.
From people aged 100 to 109 years old. It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are rather elderly, but not quite that elderly. 3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129.
Now, I'm sure there's plenty of fraud going on in Social Security, but someone over 100 years old, which means they had to be born in the late 1800s, and FDR didn't even sign that act until 1935.
100 years, with its startling industrial changes, has tended more and more to make life insecure. Young people have come to wonder what would be their lot when they came to old age. The man with a job has wondered how long the job would last. This Social Security measure gives at least some protection to 30 millions of our citizens who will reap direct benefits through unemployment compensation, through old age.
But the first taxes weren't even collected until 1937. So, sir, how can somebody even be in that system that's older than the actual act? I'm sure they couldn't go in and put birth date 1895. That was a nice big lie. Tell me in the comments, what do you think was his biggest lie? Now, he did say one thing that I was impressed with. Listen, I'm here for that.
As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again.
Because I can remember when gas was like 96 cents. I had a real cute apartment. It was like $5. Yeah. So I would love to see that again. That's when America was great. All right, we got to go into something lighter. Who watched the premiere of Atlanta Housewives? Let's.
And I'm going to tell you why I'm asking. Why? 3 people have said that they saw y'all out at the club. Y'all were booed up.
Stop playing.
Matching, I swear.
Not matching.
Matching?
I bet not found out that anybody's booed up with Peter Anthony Thomas with a matching outfit on. I know they didn't do the prom matching outfit. Definitely not be booed up with Leon nowhere with a matching outfit on.
Ain't nothing professional about matching outfits.
I'm gonna need them not to even be booed up with James Michael Hill and he with a matching outfit on. Please find somebody else to match with and boo up with.
You been in the industry how long?
Well,
why Dennis?
Portia and I, we talked about it.
No.
And I did.
I was talking to Dennis, something about Pilar last minute, and he was like, oh, can you come to Drew's birthday party? But I had just wiped my face off, so I didn't come. So the next day, you posted a picture. And I was like, she is not looking like herself. She is just like washed. I was like, let me call her.
Why?
Because you look like, not washed, like,
no, but you all right.
like going through.
I didn't have no makeup on.
Like I said, she was washed. So then anyway,
You have no makeup? There was no film.
No, because I look good with no makeup.
it wasn't her face, it was stress.
Okay.
Anyone going through divorce, you know what that looks like. The next day I called her and I said, are you okay? And then you brought up Dennis and you were like...
You didn't know they were working together?
I had
I didn't know Dennis.
Drew did not tell me anything at all, whether she was... And by the way, let me preface it this by saying, I do not care.
It sounds like you care.
I literally scrolled, saw something about him in the studio, and I went and made something for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got nothing to do with that.
Somebody said that y'all came through the club together, holding hands, y'all was booed up.
Girl, that's
that's why I want to ask you myself.
Can I talk? Because I can just put this to bed. Right. It's very simple. I had reached out to you many times.
Drew, you can
were,
text,
hold on,
honey.
I let
Come
you
on.
talk.
That's not something you text.
It wasn't something I was going to text.
I agree.
Let me tell you from the beginning. I opened up for Tamar Braxton. Dennis reached out to my management about me hosting the official after party. And he did a whole professional pitch about working with me on my music. I told you on the phone, I said, listen, Dennis has been my angel on earth because at a time and everything I'm going through, which we haven't been able to talk because my music has been my therapy.
And that's beautiful.
And I was like, I'm so excited for you to hear it. And I did ask Dennis, I said, did you get a chance to talk to Portia? Because I ain't been able to catch up with her because she's been busy. He said, I asked her for her blessing and she gave it to me.
Y'all really have to stop lying to each other about
I want to say this on record, okay? At the end of the day, Dennis has been like a brother to me since me, you, Ralph, and I all hung out.
I didn't sleep with him. I just, Portia. And she didn't raise her voice not one time. And I'm like, say something. Did you sleep with him or not? Tell that girl before she come over here with us.
He was like, I need you to record this song because this song is for me and Portia. He was in the studio and he cried. And I have stayed out of whatever y'all got going on.
Together.
But let me tell you, that man loves you. And I don't want you to ever think for 1 second that I would ever be dealing with your baby daddy.
Okay. Are you done?
Ooh, wow. The posturings.
Let's set Dennis to a side, all right? Because you can marry him or kill him. I don't care. I've done nothing but root for you. You understand that? With your hair, I said, you know what? You can come work for Go Naked. Come be an ambassador. I did all of that.
And we did.
And all of that was because I care for you. My problem with you is this. You are a low-down, dirty individual. And you know what I'm talking about. Since this phone call that you're talking about, about you told me about Dennis and all that, you've done some low-down shit to me. Very low down. And I'm here to tell you got the wrong one. You with the wrong one.
I'm so confused.
As a producer here, can I break the fourth wall?
Yes.
Break it.
Come on, y'all.
What did I do? All right. You know that we are all on this show together. We have our family, we have our friends, we have our own support systems. You have been trying to go behind my back and do something very dirty by asking Dennis to film with you. Yes, you've been trying to get him to film. Well, he showed me the text message.
I text
please
him.
stop.
It's rude, sneaking around, upsetting because she's actually a friend that you care for.
No, it ain't even that deep. I got pissed because the bitch was trying to film with my baby daddy on the show. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. Drew never discussed with me filming with my child's father. You're wanting to film with him is complicating my life. Her sneaking around with Dennis, I could care less. What I care about is because of this whole divorce, I'm stressed as and now I gotta deal with my baby daddy, girl. It's that simple. Is that bad? I feel like together, she's a whole married woman. Because I really don't give a shit about whatever she have going on. Wait, what?
I get it, she's married, but it's her baby daddy.
I really don't give a shit about whatever she have going on.
It looks like Dennis is serving her morning hot dogs.
What was the second part? I missed it.
The second part was she called production and told them that she was setting up a photo shoot for my company, Go Naked.
I am planning an amazing photo shoot for Go Naked.
Nobody asked you to film a photo shoot for my company. Are you insane? You are an
I didn't know that was an issue.
Are you crazy? You have a contract to wear hair.
I'm lost.
You are an awful slimy ass bitch. You know that? No, you definitely did.
Take a look. Now, I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing last night, but what I did see, I was just like, ooh. So I think, I want to hear from you guys, if you did watch it, what was your favorite scene? Did you know, do we remember Portia being gone? I don't remember. I have to really go back and see if I missed something. My favorite scene was when they was at that Shamia's party and Kelly was like, oh, they was over there talking about Portia. Well, why that girl take that woman's husband? And Portia came in on over there. So as I'm watching, I'm like, what are they talking about? So allegedly, well, y'all seen that Drew is getting divorced and she's supposed to be messing with the baby's daddy. Shady. Well, we're going to see as we continue this season. Next up, we have our finance fun fact. Did you know that the first paper money was created in China during the Tang Dynasty in the 7th century? Money's been around for a long time. That's what they mean when they say old money. That's old money. For our health tip of the day, I first started going to the yoga studio, Kobe Yoga, one time for Kobe Yoga over in Oceanport. Sometimes we'll get warming up before the class, and this lady just went Like, I watched her. She was like meditating, and she went up into a handstand, and I was just shocked. I couldn't believe it. But doing that, you have to be mindful, and you have to be completely relaxed, and it's really going to help with your mental clarity. It helps with your overall emotional well-being, and it helps to relieve stress. It also improves your flexibility by stretching muscles and improving joint mobility, easing stiffness. I'm sure we all know something about that. And it enhances strength and posture. Many yoga positions strengthen core and improve overall body strength. Over time, this will lead to a better posture, helping to alleviate back pain. Tell me in the comments if you have ever done yoga, been thinking about it, or if you're a yoga guru. Let's take a moment to honor
First black female pilot. Bessie Coleman, 1892 to 1926. Bessie Coleman, the trailblazing aviator, soared into the skies as the first licensed black pilot in the world. Despite her groundbreaking feat, recognition as an aviation pioneer eluded her until after her untimely demise. Coleman's odyssey through flight school in France in 1920 paved the way for a diverse cohort of flyers, leaving an enduring legacy that influenced groups like the Tuskegee Airmen, Blackbirds, and Flying Hobos.
One time for Miss Bessie Coleman. This is the stuff that you don't hear about. They're so concerned about the school being woke, but people need to hear this. Little girls need to hear of a woman being the first pilot, because this world is a man's world, and we have a hard time getting in our place. Now, let's talk about our main topic, your favorite female icon. Mine is absolutely Whoopi Goldberg. I used to always watch Whoopi growing up. Whatever movie she was putting out, I was watching it. She is so iconic. American actress, comedian, author, and television host. She was born Karen Elaine Johnson on November 13th in 1955 in New York City, and she rose to fame in her groundbreaking film, The Color Purple. Let's take a look.
You plan for me is the one you're gonna ride in.
See, we get in the car. Get in the car.
Knock you up on everything you've done to me. Already done to you.
Now, I'm sure we all can agree that we all hated Mr. I want to know in the comments, how long did you hate Mr.? I feel like I hated him until Lethal Weapon. That's when I was able to actually look at him and start calling him Danny again. Until then, I couldn't stand him. And they say, if you hate an actor and his role, that means he did his role right. Honey, he did that. She also earned an Academy Award nomination for The Color Purple. Made history as the first black woman to win an EGOT, awards for an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony. She got her Emmy Award for being a host in The View in 2009, and she also earned several nominations for hosting and producing work on the show. She got her Grammy Award from Direct Broadway. She won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress 1991 for Oda Mae for the film Ghost. That's where she got her Oscar.
Rita Miller.
Didn't they have you sign a...
Then she got a Tony Award as a producer in 2002 for the Broadway revival of Thoroughly Modern Millie. I love that she uses, honey, she stay getting people mad on that View. And she uses that platform the way she's supposed to.
Really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Mm-hmm. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason. Because black people couldn't get into colleges. Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. See, this is not black, Asian, this is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
I can remember one time when I went to the View with my aunts, one time to Aunt Carol and Aunt Joni, and I was so excited, I'm gonna see Whoopi. And Barbara said, Whoopi's not here today. And I was like, man. She was like, who said that? Because I really wanted to see Whoopi. I love her so much. There's only 12 people that have an EGOT. That's such a prestigious award. And I know Bruce Springsteen and Audrey Hepburn are two of them. I'm not sure who else has one, but either way it goes, she's the first black woman to have one. And she's absolutely my icon. I loved her growing up. Right now, anything, if she put a movie out right now, I'm gonna watch it. What she have? Cora, Made in America, Burglar, Jumpin' Jack Flash, The Color Purple. She had a ton of them. And I just love Whoopi. I love her so much. As we wrap up today's episode, let's take a moment to reflect on the lives and legacies of the women that you admired growing up. Whoopi has absolutely left an amazing legacy for her daughter to carry on. Leave me a comment and let me know who was your favorite icon. I want to hear from you. Thank you so much for tuning in with Kyseé, the Don't Hate Monday episodes. Thank you for tuning in to Time Out with Kyseé, the Don't Hate Monday segment. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a review too. Tell me what you want to see. And share this episode with some friends, guys. Until the next time, take care of yourselves. Peace, love, and positivity. And remember, don't hate Monday. Peace out.